Let's be y'all, this is Jen Fremont. I am talking tea today. I've gotten kind of obsessed with tea, so I thought I'd do a little video. I even bought me a teapot. And I'm going to make a pot of tea right here. While we're doing this, I got the water on here. I already measured that out. And it holds about 3.5 of my favorite cups here. So, I've also got this other pot. That's going to be tea for kombucha tomorrow. I have to do that the night before or else it doesn't cool off quick enough. But I've gotten kind of obsessed here. I've got quite a few different kinds, as you can see. I'm going to start with this one. This is just plain jasmine tea that I found at the Asian market. And this is really, really good. I've been making gallons of tea and putting it in the refrigerator, and then I can just have something to drink real easy. And I've been drinking this in the morning. This is green tea, and this is their gunpowder special. And that I've actually used up this whole thing. I'm going to start on some that I got from Mountain Rose Herbs a little bit. This is what I use for my kombucha, is this oolong tea. And I'm going to have to switch teas soon because I can't find this because of that stupid book by the same name, Joy Luck. I can't find anybody that sells this on the internet, and I can't believe that they would not sell this on the internet. Anyway, just got this too, this new mesh ball. And this is a big one. I've got some other sizes over here. So got a little bitty one that I use for single cup. And this was the first one I got, and I've used the heck out of it. And that's kind of a medium size. That's good for 1 gallon. And this, I am hoping, is going to be good for this kombucha, which is 2.5 gallons. And I don't know what I do with the box. I guess I threw the box away. No, I'll throw that away too. And for the kombucha, you end up needing 3 good tablespoons here, and I think this one will actually hold that. Yes. Been using muslin bags for this. But I ran out of bags, and the local places here charge an arm and a leg for them, so I'm going to try this little puppy out. See, that's a good 3 tablespoons, and it's halfway full, which is good because it lets it expand properly in there. We'll put this back up in the cabinet. While we're showing tea, this is what most people are used to using for making tea. I mean, I've done that. I bought this because I was desperate one day, so I bought a box of this. I've used about half that box. And I'll probably use it up, but it's not my favorite stuff. I found these other things are much, much better. And I've also gotten to the point where I have a place for each one of these. This is interesting stuff. This is, I call this ancient forest. I don't know if you can see this real good, but it just looks like regular tea, but it's supposed to be from like 1,500-year-old plants or something like that. And it does have a very woodsy flavor to it. It does to me feel like the woods in a way. I'm going to make this. That's boiling. I'm going to make some chamomile tea in this new pot. trying to figure out, I have not used pots very much. I can't really exactly say that I have used pots before, but yeah. I'll wrap that around the handle there so that hopefully the tag doesn't go under when I pour the water in. Oh, you know what I did not do? I did not warm the pot. And what I understand, it's not as critical with the newer, inexpensive modern ceramics, but old-time pots in the very expensive china, yes, you want to warm the pot before you put the boiling stuff in or you might crack it. So, I just run some hot water from the tap over it. And we are ready. Ready? Don't know if that's going to get boiling before the end of this video, but if it does, I'll get it going. Just the right amount. These tea bags tend to float a lot. I kind of like the ones that go at the bottom so you can dunk them. Anyway, we're going to let that steep. Maybe 5-10 minutes. And this way. Been trying to use this up too. I like using the loose tea, but you know, I've got these bags and I've got this other stuff, so you know, gotta use it up. I mean, it's perfectly good stuff and everything. Back to some of this other stuff I got. This is really good. I've been using that. This is from Mountain Rose Herbs, and it's their Dream Tea. You can see it's got all kinds of little flowers and stuff in it, and it's rather minty. And it's wonderful. It does give you good dreams. It gives you some pretty cool dreams. I got a couple of other evening time teas from them, but I think this is my favorite so far. And this is something unusual that I had never seen until I was poking around on their website. This is called Kuki Cha tea, which is actually, if you can see that, it's the twigs of the tea plant that they have actually toasted and smoked. And it's a very smoky flavor. I made a couple of cups of this so far, and it's really quite good. Okay, I've showed those. And the other major kind of tea that I do sometimes is this, I don't know exactly how to pronounce this, it's called Ruibios. And it's some sort of root from South Africa. And they chop it up into this little fine stuff here. And it has stimulant qualities in it, but it's not caffeine. So it doesn't give you the shakes like caffeine does. And I like that about it. Only downside is when you put it in the strainer thing, because it's so fine, it doesn't always stay in the strainer there. But other than that, it's pretty good stuff. And this is getting a little bit of color on it here. I probably tend to tend stuff a little bit too much. Let's see what this is doing. No, that's not really getting boiling yet. But I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Well, that's starting to boil. How much time do I have? Okay. Let's see, 10 minutes. Okay, good. I can't go over 33 minutes or else it cuts it into another file. Because it only does, the file system only does 4 gigs. So, you know, tea has come in and out of my life, and especially my magical practice, because I have used tea, you know, to sit down and relax, to put myself in a magical frame of mind, stuff like that. And tea has come and gone in my life. Coffee has done the same thing. I drank a lot of coffee for a long time. I used to make a pot of coffee and put it in the refrigerator. Pretty much drink a pot a day, and that was just too much caffeine. I know that the tea has caffeine, but it doesn't seem to affect me nearly as much as the coffee did, and so I like that about the tea. And there's just something about it. A lot more variety. I think one of the big reasons I don't do the coffee so much is I've had a hard time finding coffee that I liked. A lot of the moderately priced brands have gotten junky, and so, you know, I can't really stand it. It's kind of like tobacco. Tobacco is the same thing at the end there, before I gave up tobacco, because, you know, I couldn't go buy a pack of cigarettes that were decent. And so, you know, I was making my own cigarettes and stuff like that. And, you know, you can control the things yourself that way, which is a good thing. But still, it's a pain in the butt. You can't just go buy something. You have to order it and wait for it and all that good stuff. So, you know, it just got too much, and I decided I was tired of it anyway, so I let it go. And I'm kind of that way about coffee. I don't dislike coffee, but I don't know that I'm gonna do so much coffee anymore. I was drinking the cans of coffee for a while, the cold brewed ones, and I kind of got tired of that too, especially because the one I liked is hardly ever in stock at the. It would be the one that I liked is hard to get, of course. There's plenty of the other ones that I don't want because they've got a whole bunch of sugar in them. Because I was trying to, you know, cut down on the sugar too, so there was a lot of that. And let's see how this is doing over here. Yeah, it's going to be a minute. That usually takes about 20 to 25 minutes. I put it on before I even started this video. But yeah, it takes a little bit for that to get going. The other, as you can see, it takes maybe 5 minutes to heat that up, which is pretty darn cool. You know, in the morning, that's nice to be able to make yourself a cup of tea, which is what I've been doing lately. And I've been doing it before I go to bed. This may be a bit too much tea for the evening, but I usually make a cup, and I usually want more, so I'm thinking, okay, this might be a solution, but it may be too much too, but we'll see. And maybe having me get up to use the bathroom every 5 minutes too. So I already drank a whole bunch I finished off the rest of the cold tea that I had so that I could make another batch so I could have some fresh tea in the morning. And I'm looking forward to trying out the Mountain Rose Herb Jasmine Tea. I have not done that. I am also looking forward to maybe doing some of that twig tea for the iced tea. I have not done that yet. I did the Ancient Forest, and the Ancient Forest was just wonderful. So, Anyway, try some tea. I've seen a lot of people on doing magical practice that drink a lot of tea, so it's a magical thing to do. And I don't think I'm going to wait for this to boil. Yeah, that's still going to take a while, so. This is Gin Free Mind. Blessed be y'all. Keep magical.